Greetings adventurers, and welcome to an EverQuest lore video. So in this section, we look at some of the other deities or gods and their introduction and influence on the planet of Norrath. And this section is entitled Early Gods and Their Interventions, and this age is known as the Elder Age. And you can see on the side panel here, there's a depiction of Brel Cerulus and the goddess Tunair. Brel Cerulus is also known as the Duke of Below, and Tunair is the mother of all. That is our moniker. But she didn't create all beings in existence. But we're going to read about these deities, which are of the first, aside from Vishan, to create some of the denizens of Norrath. So let's begin that part. In time, another god noticed Vishan's work. Brel Cerulus, the Duke of Underfoot, secretly created a magical portal to a cavern deep in the belly of Norrath. Through this portal, he seeded the depths of Norrath with all manner of creatures and sealed them within a labyrinthine chamber of mystical living stone. Now, in later installments of EverQuest, later expansions, well, a later one in particular, we actually get to visit this realm that Brel portal to, that he trapped these creatures, as they say, the labyrinthine chamber of mystical living stone. We get to see this, and in a later episode of our lore series, we will visit that, and I'll probably have some in-game footage and some commentary to go along with it. Continuing on, with his own supplicants in place, Brel Cerulus then discussed the fate of Norrath with the other gods. So basically, Brel discovered what Vishan had done. He discovered that she planted her brood of dragon kind on this planet of Norrath, and he decided to let the other gods know. Tunair, the Great Mother, Prixus, the Ocean Lord, and Rallo-Zek, the Warlord. So far we've been introduced to Vishan, Brel, Tunair, Prixus, and Rallos. So these are 5 deities in the pantheon of gods. And we will probably do a separate installment series on these different deities and their position within the pantheon. But continuing on, with words befitting the King of Thieves, Brel proposed that they accept an alliance of sorts to divide the planet among them for the purpose of keeping the dragon Worm Queen in check. Now, when they reference the King of Thieves, they are undoubtedly talking about the deity known as Bristlebane, and we will find out that he is the creator of the race known as the Halflings, which we can play as in EverQuest. All agreed to the division. However, Rallo-Zek pledged his allegiance to none. Also, I wanted to kind of explain the King of Thieves and Bristlebane. The Halflings are a very mischievous race, and they get that from their deity. A lot of rogues, pickpockets, type of, trickery. That's all within the realm of Bristlebane in the nature of him as a deity, and his creations very much follow suit. So when Brel was proposing this alliance, this craftiness that Brel displayed was akin to the level of the King of Thieves, was the reference. Thus the gods each created a race of beings to keep a vigilant eye on Norrath and the schemes of dragonkind. Brel Cerulus had forged the dwarves stout and strong, deep beneath the mountains. So this now becomes the second race according to this text. First the dragons, and now we have the dwarves, who are living inside of mountains, caves, deep into stone rock, large structures of stone that form mountains, and they build their dwellings within. Phrixus, the ocean lord, produced his children, the Kedge, hardy aquatic beings of great mental power and stamina. Now, we encounter the Kedge in the last living ruler of the Kedge. We encounter the Kedge in Dagnar's Cauldron, which is on the continent of Fadwer, in the zone just off of the zone of Butcher Block Mountains. Both Butcher Block Mountains in Dagnar's Cauldron are named after the first dwarven king, King Butcher Block. And Kedge Keep itself is under the ocean, not under the ocean, but under a body of water in Dagnar's Cauldron. And there's a entrance there, and there's all aquatic life that lived there, sentient aquatic life that worship Phrixus. Above ground, Tunair, the Great Mother, gave birth to the elves, creatures of limitless grace and beauty. So there we have it. We have the dragons, we have the dwarves, we have the Kedge in Kedge Keep, and now we have the elves. And Ralo Zek created the giants, a race of fierce and formidable surface dwellers, ever intent upon the defense of their lands. So that is the last in this particular age, known as the Elder Age. The creation of the dragons, then the dwarves, then the Kedge, then the elves, and then finally the giants.